A day after Sean Diddy Combs was acquitted of sex trafficking and racketeering but found guilty on 2 lesser charges, reaction continues to be mixed. A national women's advocacy group called Ultraviolet has called the verdict a stain on the criminal justice system. Other groups raising concerns about the impact that verdict could have on sexual assault victims. Akila Davis has a new reaction from here in the Triangle.
The split verdict in the Sean Diddy Combs case is seen as a victory for the hip-hop mogul after nearly 2 months on trial. But sexual assault advocates here in the Triangle call it a loss for their community.
It says to survivors, no amount of evidence is enough.
Tonight, fallout from the Sean Diddy Combs trial as sexual assault survivors and advocates grapple with the news.
This just reinforces that narrative that's out there already that, women are liars, or that there's a lot of false accusations, or that, if you do go through with this, it's not going to work out in your favor.
Sky David is staff attorney at the North Carolina Coalition Against Sexual Assault, providing pro bono legal services to sexual assault victims across the state. Hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs was found guilty on 2 of the 5 charges he faced. The jury found Combs guilty on 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution, but acquitted him on the more serious charges of racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking. Sky says her clients are now reacting to the Diddy verdict, saying they feel this could silence future victims and keep them from coming forward.
The way that someone with money, power, and fame can win in a case that felt very cut and dry to survivors. It felt like they were going to turn on the news yesterday and feel like, wow, Cassie was heard. But instead, it felt like, wow, it happened to her too.
Advocates say the Diddy verdict reignites conversations around the Me Too movement, a global awareness campaign against sexual abuse, harassment, and rape culture that encourages victims to speak out.
Many women who come forward and say Me Too don't come forward in the criminal legal system. So the movement will continue to see and serve survivors.
Monica Johnson-Hostler is executive director for the North Carolina Coalition Against Sexual Assault. She's also president of the National Alliance to End Sexual Violence.
It does change the trajectory for many survivors today, but also survivors in the future.
Monica says there are still options and resources available to remind them that they aren't alone.
It does not determine the outcomes for survivors. There are multiple ways for survivor healing.
In Raleigh, Akila Davis, ABC 11 Eyewitness News.